Welcome back to Vintage Story 1.18. I'm on Pre8. I tried out the night vision mask in the last video. And look what I have in my hand. I'm waving it at you. Yep, I'd forgotten to take my lantern out of my hand. So I am going to take my mask with me and this and try it out a bit more. I've come through the same teleporter and I am going to put this helmet on, and we've got this green glow, but this time I am going to take my lantern off. Now we can, no, not on there, put it in there. Okay, and I'm going to go into the game mode creative. That's just because I just don't want to have to fight. I want to experience what the light is like. So we're in the creative set. Let's go through here again, and now let's really try this out. Wow. I can see how this ore would show up. Would other ores show up, I wonder? Because this is borax in limestone. Seems to show up pretty well. Oh my goodness. Yes, it is bright enough. This is a good light. I was afraid that without the lantern, it might not be good enough, but it is. And you can see the beautiful arches. Let's go down here. Let's go and have a look. See what we can find. Okay. This cave is a lot more extensive than I thought. And we are down amongst the drifters. And they show up pretty well, don't they? Ooh, yeah, I know. I'm actually looking to see if I can find some other sort of ores anywhere. To see how it picks up different ores. But we may just have borax in this cave. Let's just keep going down. Yeah. Wow. There's something over here. Yes, I can see. Yeah, that looks like saltpeter, which it is. Great. Nice. Ooh. This is a wonderful light. I like this a lot because it's very ghostly. And yet you can see clearly. Is that the bottom? It is, yeah. I mean, obviously I think that using this light would take some getting used to. That is a really nice addition to the game. Let's come up here. Okay. Wow. Clear ourselves a path. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. That's an amazing light. Very, very nice. And in fact, I think it's clearer with just the green glow. It's clearer without the lantern. That's a wonderful light. I want it. Yeah. Good. Isn't that wonderful? Ooh, all the horrible drifters over here. Well, let's just seal ourselves up. Great. Now, does this work here? It does. Oh, wow. So it is a general, you know, click on it. Oh, my word. Guys. Look at that colour. Oh my goodness. What a shot in this green light. Oh, I'm loving this. Let's go back and have another look. This is highly addictive. Oh, there we go. And look, further shots. Let's have another look. Goodness me. I've got light everywhere here, but the actual scenery, we are in a whole different colour spectrum. Oh, fantastic. Wow. Well, that's stunning. Absolutely stunning. Looks fantastic, doesn't it? I am on a world I've been playing to see what it was like playing in 1.18. I'm on Pre8, and I have found the most fantastic geological feature, and I thought you would like to see it. Let me put F4 back on actually, because I am in the middle of this, but if I look around, I've got over here, whoa, let's try and get myself my bearings, there we are. There's a very large geological feature over here. Look at this. Isn't that fantastic? Oh, gorgeous, isn't it? So this thing strings along, and if I push my map, you can see how much there is of it. Here we go. Let's come across here. And this is the very large feature. It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. But what I also want to look at, and you've probably seen a picture of this because I've put it up as a thumbnail on my last video. Oh gosh, hello. Is this wonderful, wonderful feature here where we've got 3 geological pools together, and in the middle of them, look at that, the ruin. Isn't that a fantastic, absolutely fantastic feature? So we've got all these together, and I think that's fabulous. Ooh, I'm in survival. Now what I want to do is to take you on a trip to my home on this map, which is a long way northeast. And why I want to do that is because I've been thinking, what's it like to actually move around? Now, the woad is this beautiful, beautiful pale green, which is lovely. Let's just take what seeds we can find. I'm finding seeds perfectly well. I have played quite a few hours. I wanted to see if there's any problems with playing, and there isn't. There just aren't any problems with playing. Well, apart from one minor one, and that is that I've been making fish soup and it is invisible. Look at this. Wow. And look, this is sort of spawned in on 2 levels. I mean, I think it's particularly gorgeous, these features. Also, I've been noticing that scenery is pretty glorious as well. So I thought we would just take a walk on the wild side. Now, one of the things that I have noticed is if you look on the map, I am where? Here. Now, I found some ruins which I've marked, and there are some ruins like this one which I can see, and this one and this one, but I'm finding it more difficult to see the ruins, and I'm not sure whether that's because through being the same colour rock as the underlying rock, I'm not sure whether the ruins, look at that guys, look at that, are harder to spot, or because we have less flat land, and we do have a lot less flat land, whether there are less ruins. So I know there's been some debate on this in the Vintage Story Discord, and I'm finding it very interesting. And look at up there. These tablelands are amazing. So I think that what I'm concerned about is whether the lack of flat land is limiting the number of ruins. It's something that has been mentioned, I'm not sure about. But I haven't found the same number of ruins, but maybe I'm just not used to seeing them. I found this absolutely beautiful church. So the church ruins are still there, and there's another ruin down here. But I wanted to show you these tablelands. They're particularly gorgeous. So basically, the other thing I'm slightly concerned about is the prevalence of ruins. That's one. The other thing I'm concerned about, I suppose, is that I haven't found any Terra Preta at all. And I have travelled fairly widely. I've had a really good look around this map, and I'm not finding Terra Preta, which, you know, is an issue. Now, the area I settled in, I was short of medium fertility soil, and I thought that might be an issue, but I've had worlds where I've generated before, where I've had to travel thousands of blocks, literally, to find medium soil. So that's not an issue, I don't think. I do die, and I found peat, so just, you know, traversing round it, this is a fairly flat area, isn't too hard, but when you get into the mountainous regions, it's very, very difficult. I also think that when we do find ruins, what I have been doing is I've been taking a lot of the staircases. I think that when we've got all these, you know, huge up and downs, and I've not got the step up mod on here, so I am stepping up a lot more than you would expect. South, north, we need to go over here. But I'm not finding the terrain easy when you're in the mountains. I've also found that where you've got these huge sort of up thrusts like these things, they are spectacular. That one at the end is particularly spectacular, I think. But, and I've been living off fish, when you find them, it's almost impossible to go over them. You have to go round them. So that's something else that I've been noticing. I'm sure those trees would fully come in if I went that high. So on the whole, I'm worried about ruins. I'm worried about Terra Preta, and I just wonder whether we will ever find Terra Preta again, or whether they've decided that we have to make it ourselves. I do know that one of the developers' fathers used to make his own Terra Preta, so he would be very naturally aligned to the fact that you have to make Terra Preta, you don't find it. So that's something we need to, oh crikey, it's a bear, we have to think about. Is that bear following me? No, thank goodness for that. Right. So I'm just wondering whether in 1.18 Terra Preta will exist. I don't expect to find it, of course. Not this early in the game, but I just have a little suspicion. Oh, crikey. Hello. Let's take some pineapples while we're here. That must be a sun bear. It ran away from me. Yeah, I'm short of inventory, of course. Let's eat something. You can see I'm very early in the game. Must collect the seeds. Did I get this 2 pineapple? I did. Here we go. Excellent. So there's a lot of leaping up and down here. Now I settled on a sort of high area like this, and that's why I think that ruins are going to be important to me, mostly because of the staircases. Yes, but we do get nice flat plains. Let me go a bit faster across here, because when we get across the flat plains and into the upland regions, it's more difficult. Now, having said all that, it is actually, I think, pretty easy to play. I don't think that you can find it too difficult. I mean, I was very relieved to find flatlands like this. So I don't think that we will be without flat plains, even if we don't have as many. I've certainly found plenty of fruit trees, and you can see them lining up ahead of me. And these are very nice because they're showing up beautifully, which is just great. So this is where, when you're traversing these sorts of hilly areas, I mean, we've had hilly areas before, but nothing like that. So on the whole, I have a couple of concerns, but I am pretty convinced we can get round all this.